Good evening. And yeah, as Chris has just said, I'm a lecturer in the computing department in the Smart Computing subject group, and I just wanted to give a brief overview of our BSc Smart Computing degree, which we will be running from next academic year. It's a new programme, so I just wanted to give you an overview of what we're going to be covering in that. Firstly, I just wanted to quickly say kind of why we've moved in that direction. So Sheffield Hallam has had a computing degree for years and years and years, and it's regularly recruited a steady inflow of students. But we decided to change its angle a little bit, and the reason for that is because of the influx of devices that are appearing everywhere across industries, across the globe, and these physical computing devices they're only getting more. You find them everywhere, and they're going to increase in number. The graph here says by 2025. I'm sure that number's probably out of date now. And so we thought really our students need to know, kind of how to design and create systems that also integrate these devices. And so we wanted to give our degree programme that angle as well. So just to give you, again, this is a brief holistic overview of what we include. So throughout the course, there are 4 main strands. So we will cover systems design, data management, IoT and IoT devices, and cloud computing, because they're 4 really big components within smart computing. So just to give you a bit of an idea of what I mean by each one. So smart systems, in brief, it's looking at how to design systems that are comprised of software and hardware components, so looking at how the hardware is made up, and then how to design the software architecture on top of that. Data management, so again, how we gather data, the design principles that we apply to gathering that data and managing that data, what software tools and techniques are out there that we use to do that, and then once we have that data, what we do with it, what is it for, and that's a really important part of this degree. I'll just say on the bottom, I have put a number of the programming languages, cloud platforms, frameworks, and hardware that we use throughout the course. Happy to talk about those with you afterwards if you want more information. But yeah, this is the second strand. The third one is IoT more specifically. So it's looking at how to program those physical computing devices and how they interact in the physical world, how we go about programming them and connecting them up to wider systems. And then the final strand is cloud computing. So how we, basically deploy systems onto the cloud. And that's our final strand. And so just to give you a little idea of what that looks like in terms of the 3 or 4 years that students spend with us, it looks a bit like this. Okay, so just to give you a brief idea, so the first year and the second year, in the first semester, students study modules that incorporate these 4 strands. And then in the second semester, they collaborate together on projects where we work with industry to create projects that involve smart computing systems. And the aim of that as well is to give students a really comprehensive idea of what it's actually like to go through the life cycle of a project from start to finish, how you relate to a client, how you work with each other, how you gather requirements, and all of that. So but it's really important to us that we do this, which is why we have a practical project like that in both the first and the second year. And then there is a placement year, which we encourage a lot of our students to go on because we think it brings great value to their degree, and students that go and do placement, when they come back, they bring a wealth of knowledge from the organisation that they're with, and they generally get a better degree, if I'm perfectly honest. They really enriches their time here with us. And then the final year is a big project, which is an integrated IoT system and a cloud-based module where they look at deploying cloud-based systems, and then of course their dissertation, and then their introduction to artificial intelligence at the end, because again, it's not something that we focus on as a degree, but you do find it in smart systems too. So giving them a basic overview of that we also feel is important. There we go. So I'm nearly done. I just thought I'd give you a brief overview. I have 2 questions for you though, which I thought I'd love to ask while I've been given the opportunity to speak with you all here. Is one, you know, this is something we have put together as a group of academics here. And I just wanted to ask, as people who are within the smart computing area in Sheffield, who work in this, you know, from your perspective, is there something that we should be covering that we're not? Please come and talk to me. I'd love to hear your thoughts. That'd be really useful. And secondly, as I showed in my earlier slide, kind of working with local partners within the region is something that Sheffield Hallam we encourage. So if within your workplaces, with what you're doing, projects you're working on, you feel there is maybe opportunities where our students can come and collaborate with you, I'd be really interested to hear from you as well, because that'd be something I think that, I think would be really great for both students and yourselves. So so thank you for your time. I'm Ben.